Lesson 1 of 10, Budgeting. Imagine you've just been promoted to the title of the money manager of a company that was called You Incorporated. Your job is, of course, to manage the company's money. If you managed Your Incorporated's money the way you manage your money now, well, would you fire yourself? But don't answer that. You have to tell your money what to do, or it will leave you and go to somebody else. Jim Rohn, one of the great business mentors of our time, said, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. A written budget for the month is your money goal. People who win at anything have written goals. Goals are what you're aiming at. Zig Ziglar says that if you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. Your money won't behave unless you tame it. Your budget is the crack of the whip. That will make your money behave. You have to be intentional with it. You can't operate with your head in the sand, and you wouldn't build a house without a blueprint. So why do you spend over $3 million of lifetime income without a plan? Well, if there's too much month at the end of your money, then it's because your budget doesn't exist or it isn't working. A study of Harvard graduates found that after 2 years, 3% who had the written goals achieved more financially than the other 97% combined. So you got to do it on paper, on purpose, before the month begins. Your budget is a written goal for your money. You need to set up a budget for every single month. Don't try to have the perfect budget for the perfect month from heaven, because you never get one of those. Spend every dollar on paper before the month begins. Give every dollar of your income a name before the month begins. This is called zero-based budgeting. The income minus outgo equals exactly zero every month. Look at this month's income, at this month's bills, your savings and your debts, and match them up until you've given every income dollar an outgo name. If you have an irregular income because you're in sales or you own your own business or something like that, well, we have a planning sheet in our workbooks. And if you get paid on commission or self-employed, all that kind of stuff like that, it works for every bit of that. It's called an irregular income planning sheet. You still must do a written budget before the month begins. No one gets out. You've got to manage money for You Incorporated. If you're married, you and your spouse need to agree on it. And well, sometimes that's the hardest part. If you're not working together, it's almost impossible to win. If something comes up in the middle of the month that causes the budget to need changing, well, call an emergency budget committee meeting. You Incorporated. We're going to have a meeting. Talk it through. Adjust what needs to adjust. The Wall Street Journal reports that more than 70% of North Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So you've got to break the cycle. Change your family tree. Live on less than you make. Save for rainy days. Live like no one else, so later you can live like no one else. See you next week. Make sure to subscribe for more info.